Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and hook your boy up with a like if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Are you guys ready for Michael Bisping to become the greatest fighter of all time or not? Oh my lord, Michael Bisping is teasing at a fight with Daniel Cormier if his fight with George St. Pierre goes his way. Oh my lord, and that would, hey, I'm just telling you right now, if Michael Bisping beat Daniel Cormier, he would become the greatest fighter of all time, and you can eat a dick if you disagree. Let me explain. He would be the first fighter to ever beat Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre, and then he would go on to beat the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, Daniel Cormier. And he knocked out Luke Rockhold. Holy shit. And he defended his belt twice. Whatever you want to say about that. That would be so crazy. I don't think he would be able to beat Daniel Cormier. Now, let me say that. If he win, and it would be at 205, he said. But let's get into what Michael Bisping had to say. I was working with Daniel Cormier at the weekend, and he kept talking, all he kept talking about all weekend was, Mike, I want to fight you next. I want to fight you. On air, off air, at the hotel, constantly. He was like, Mike, I will break you within 5 minutes. I would fight Daniel Cormier because that would be a huge fight. So DC, are you serious? Which I kind of think you are. Then yeah, screw it. If only to annoy everyone in the world, I will, again, fight somebody who doesn't fight at middleweight. I used to fight at 205, Dan. I was 15-0, so be careful what you wish for. Is that a true fact? I don't know if that's a true fact. I went back and looked at his history, and he was like 14-0, then he lost a fight. But I mean, maybe, you know, it wasn't all in a row. But if Michael Bisping's really 15-0 at light heavyweight, I didn't know that. And that needs to be fucking brought up more often. Because we talk about Daniel Cormier being 13-0 at heavyweight and becoming the champion at a lower division. Well, Michael Bisping, 15-0 at light heavyweight, champion in the lower division. If that's the truth, that's insane. And I don't know why I would say that if it wasn't. So, and if, I mean, now let's get to what would happen in the fight versus fucking Daniel Cormier. Let's be honest. Daniel Cormier would fucking do what he did to Anderson Silva. Lay on tail. He says he would break Michael Bisping in 5 minutes, but I don't think that's what would happen. He might even start off trying to fucking stand with Michael Bisping, you know, like, I'm about to stand, you know, like he did with Anderson Silva. But he's going to eat a couple of them jabs and them left hooks. Left hook Larry on that ass. And he's going to shoot for the takedown. It's not going to be a fun fight. Everyone's going to be booing Daniel Cormier. But Daniel Cormier's going to win. You got Daniel Cormier fucked up. I mean, it would be a great fight. And Michael Bisping says it would annoy everybody if he fought somebody else not at middleweight. It might annoy some people, but to me it would be impressive, because whenever people talk about Michael Bisping dodging these other guys, I think they're saying, like, you know, he's avoiding them because he's like scared. It's not just he's not fighting them. It's starting to look like he's avoiding them because he doesn't want to lose. But if he goes up and fights Daniel Cormier, he's bigger than everybody you can say he was, air quotes, scared of at middleweight. You got, you know, people say he doesn't want to fight Yoel Romero. He's avoiding a fight with Jacare, Robert Whitaker. You know, that's what Luke Rockhold said. He dodged the fight with all three of them somehow. Well, if he fights Daniel Cormier is bigger than all of them. I mean, Daniel Cormier probably doesn't hate Michael Bisping as much, so I don't know. But I'm interested to see what you guys got to say. Would you rather, I mean, Michael Bisping did say he's going to retire after the George St. Pierre fight. So he's probably not fighting Yoel Romero. He's probably not fighting Robert Whitaker. We can really get that out of our heads. I don't think that's going to happen. And I do think it's the smart move, as I've said in the past, for him to retire and go out on top. You don't want to see somebody like Michael Bisping, who's had this storied career, like this storybook ending to his career. Like, it's insane what he's accomplished, and if he beats George St. Pierre, what he will have accomplished in this sport. I think it's best to retire on top than go out, you know, like Rashad Evans or Anderson Silva. You know, Rashad Evans, who just said I don't know how I would sleep at night if I retired right now, you know, on a 4-fight losing streak. You don't want to see that happen to somebody when he could have never imagined this. So I think it makes sense to retire after George St. Pierre, unless you want to go up and fight Daniel Cormier. He's saying, you know, that's the only way he probably won't retire. Well, would you guys rather see Bisping retire after George St. Pierre or go on to fight Daniel Cormier? I know the answer for a lot of people is going to be, I want to see him fucking fight a contender, Robert Whittaker or Yoel Romero. But I don't think that's going to happen. So, are you interested in Daniel Cormier versus Michael Bisping or not? It is what it is. Let the haters know what the fuck you talking about in the comments. I'm out. If you eat a banana while you're dressed up as a banana, is it called cannabananalism?